G'day guys, Dom here and welcome to Friday Knife Drop. Now I want to start this by saying a huge thanks to all the guys that came to the Melbourne Knife Show and just flooded my table on the weekend. The response was overwhelming. I mean, it was just gangbusters on Saturday morning. So much so that I sold 80% of my stock within the first 3 hours of the show opening. And then at Saturday night, I was sitting there with like 2 knives and this big ass fucking grin on my face. Because that means I can pay my rent for the next few months. It means I can kind of build and make a better show and kind of build and invest the money and have a bigger show for Sydney. The Sydney Knife Show is coming up in early August, and I'm coming very, very hard to the Sydney Knife Show. This is going to be the biggest show I've ever had. I'm bringing in pens, beads, surgeons, hopefully Primus knives. I'm very much working with Primus knives. A new design that you haven't seen yet, but it's going to be a very, very nice one. D2 steel, Cerakote, kind of like the Surgeon, but a lot longer, bigger, a lot fuller handle. Basically, it's kind of like a stretched out version of my Contender. But a pretty aggressive price point for, you know, a knife made in Australia by hand. So most of this week was spent getting stuff sorted, working on stock for the heat treaters, and also working on the computer and redesigning stuff and doing the cabinets, the primers and stuff, and also working out these things. So I figured that since I don't have any knives to show, I'm going to be running through the Gen 2 Surgeons. Had a lot of people ask about the Surgeons, so I'll just run through them real quick and kind of explain a few things. Now I'm going to be very upfront about this. A significant amount of the work in these knives can be outsourced to other companies. Now these are all Australian companies and most of these are within a few kilometres of my workshop. And they're probably some of the best at what they do. They do seriously good work. I'm very meticulous about the companies I work with because I really, really care about having the best quality product. But they are being sent out to other companies and that kind of pisses a lot of people off. But the reality is I'm in a situation right now where I kind of have to grow the business and I have to make more money. I can't pay myself minimum wage for the rest of my life. I can work like a fucking maniac right now because I'm 22. Like, that's fine, I'm fine with that. But that's not something I can do when I'm 40. And I absolutely love what I do. And I want to be able to do it for the rest of my life. So to do that, I have to kind of update the way I make my knives and bring in some 21st century technology to make them quicker and easier. Fortunately, I'm in a situation right now where I physically cannot make any more knives. So I'm in the workshop 80 hours a week, every single week. And I have been doing that for the last 4 years. I've been a full-time knife maker since about early 2015, and one of these days I want to do a video about full-time knife making and the economic realities of being a full-time knife maker. The reason I haven't done that video yet is it's going to piss off a lot of people, it's going to crush a lot of dreams, and I kind of want to be careful about what I say, because there is a significant difference in your mindset from, you know, casual knife making, you make knives on the weekend, you don't really care if they sell, you make whatever the fuck you want, all good, to full-time knife maker where you run a business, you have taxes, you have insurance, you have to make money, because if you don't make money, you have a problem. But whatever, that's another video. I really want to take my time and be very careful what I say in that video. But anyway, Surgeons, I've kind of got off track with it, haven't I? Surgeons, so this is the Gen 2 Surgeon. I picked these up from Waterjet a couple hours ago. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to surface grind them. Now that's all done in-house by me. So I'm going to flatten these all out and get them down to about a 240 grit finish. I'm also going to hand sand the surfaces just to make them nice. And then they're going to get sent off to a company in Brisbane and they're going to cut the bevels for me and they're going to remove all the excess. So you're going to end up with a Surgeon about that size and all that extra meat that's going to be removed. All this is going to get cut off as well. That's all there to support the machining. So essentially my machinist is going to come in here. He's going to grind the bevels, he's going to cut the bevels for me on the CNC. He's going to engrave the logos here, he's going to basically completely remachine the inside and open this up a bit. Going to, you know, clean up the outside, chamfer everything, and then he's going to send them back to me. And when I get them back, I'm going to regrind them. I mean, I'm still going to be in front of the belt sander and make sure the bevel's all right, everything's good, everything's straight, everything's as it should be. So it's still the same quality, but it's just made in a much more efficient way. So from then they're going to get heat treated, they're going to come back, I'm going to sand them a little bit again and straighten them if they need it. And they're going to go off to Cerakote, come back, and then I'm going to make the sheaths for them, sharpen them. I'm going to engrave them myself with a serial number, then put cord wraps and everything and ship them all out myself. So they're still going to be at the same price point they're at now. I quite like that price point, I think it does well. And I prefer to add more features and make the knife cheaper and cheaper and cheaper because that's just a race to the bottom and that just never really ends well. So that's what's going to be happening. I'll be surface grinding them most of this weekend and then sending them off probably Monday. And they're going to be significantly lighter due to that cutout there. I'm hoping to get them under 30 grams. That's the goal with the sheath and everything. So that's going to be really, really cool. Very nice lightweight knife and very, very practical. And these are also in D2 steel now as well. D2 steel is a lot more wear resistant than Nitro V. It'll cut for a longer time. It's not stainless. They are getting an Elite Cerakote finish, which is one of the best coatings on the market, at least in Australia, because we don't get DLC because Australia. So that's going to protect the blade and all that, make them still very, very useful. So that's going to be coming out soon. And I'm doing pre-orders on these things, and they should be done before August. The quotes as far as time estimates and all that have been given back to me and shall be done before August. Fingers crossed. So yeah, 120 bucks a piece of pre-orders. They'll retail for 136 once they're all done. Also, I'm doing a batch of pens. If you're interested in pens, the best way is to put in a pre-order for pens. Now, pre-orders for pens are a 50% deposit and the rest when the pen is done. But that's the best way to get hold of a pen because they sell out within like a day or two. So it's kind of hard to get them if you don't pre-order, you know? Anyway, so thanks for watching the video, guys. More build video coming. There is another vlog coming out on Tuesday. And there is a build video coming out for these things when they're done, as well as another knife that I'm working on, as well as a tomahawk. So we should be pretty good on build videos. I've decided I'm doing build videos for every new knife I release, every new design I release. And that kind of, makes it upfront about how the knives are made and everybody knows it's all above board, Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.